Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to ask all of you 3 questions. I happen to be disabled and I work for persons who are disabled. And that's my focus, and that's part of my life after I've retired from the armed forces. Question number 1. Is the destiny of persons who are disabled a matter of choice or a matter of chance? And I'll answer that for you. If I became disabled in the 1971 war, or if any person who gets disabled, it's not a matter of choice. It's a matter of chance. And it is because community, society, states, countries don't facilitate the choice, don't facilitate the opportunity for persons who are disabled to make that choice. And therefore, every citizen in this country, if they have any regard for those who are marginalized, and that's what this is all about, they need to facilitate that choice. And if each of one of us can change the life of one disabled person, I think the world would be a better place for all of us to live in. But it doesn't happen. So that's question number 1. Is the destiny of persons who are disabled a matter of choice or a matter of chance? And the second question, I am a government servant, but I make bold to answer this question, ask this question of everybody, including governments. Is disability a priority or a problem? And I talk about disability because that's the area I work in, but it applies to anything else. Is disability a priority or is it a problem? And by and large, as far as governance is concerned, whether it is this country or any other country, disability has always been a problem. It's never been a priority. And it is people who are activists who try to make disability a priority. What about all of us? I would like to tell you that as far as India is concerned, the state, the country has pegged disability as 2% of our population. 2%. Whereas the Vice President of India has gone on record to say that the percentage of persons who are disabled is closer to 10%. So what are we talking about? Is it a game of numbers? And therefore, if it is 10%, it means that, or let's say it's 7%. 70 million people in this country are disabled. And if 70 million people in this country are disabled, are they given the opportunity for education, for employment? If not, if they are not educated, they cannot be employed. And if they cannot be employed, they're going to be a drag on the economy. But if they are educated and they are employed, then they contribute to the development of India or any other country for that matter. And therefore, disability must be a priority. I don't know what you think, that's my view. And I happen to be, besides a functionary of the government, I happen to be an activist. And therefore, we need to get the numbers right. Now, for the right reasons or the wrong reasons, which was the most important event which took place in India in 2010? Commonwealth Games. Right. So what is the most important event that will take place next year? Which concerns all of us, particularly people who are disabled. The census. And if the census gets its numbers right, then we get the right budgeting, we get the right finance, and we can do a lot for persons with disability. We cannot say there's not enough money. If you peg it at 2%, then you have a problem. So, in any activity, I hope I'm not taking too much time. Whatever we do, if we make disability a priority, and maybe you won't agree with me, because there's so many other priority areas, there's education, there's employment, there's so many things, water, energy, then perhaps the disabled will have a better deal. And my last question is, are each of us prepared to be instruments of change? And in that, I'm asking you, I'm requesting you. As instruments of change, I'm not asking you to work whole time and change the whole environment and change everybody on this earth. All I'm asking you is, can you influence and change the life of one disabled person? And you have done something, and people will really, because there are about 100 people here, each of us, 100 people. Okay, so that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Major General Yun Cardozo. One of our awardees today, a remarkable story to be told. War hero, fought a war, lost a leg, fought the government to go back into another war. Very remarkable story. We have Wing Commander Sashank Roy Chaudhary. I would like to request people that we all have our causes, but the common cause is to right every wrong. And the theme that we've chosen this year for the conclave is Global Oneness, Peace and Secularism. The Ministry of Home Affairs, the National Foundation for Communal Harmony is our partner this year. And the reason we chose this theme this year is because we felt that this country shall not be one nation in a few years from now. We are struggling. There's divisive politics happening. The people itself have become different. Caste, bias against religion is very ingrained in us today. Today we don't just have the lack of secularism of religion, it's also about regionalism. People from UP and Bihar are hit in Bombay. People from Kannada don't want people from Maharashtra or Punjab over there. I mean, what's happening? Aren't we one nation? Isn't it one country? So that's the reason we chose this theme. So please, I mean, I would request people who want to come up and say something to stick to this theme. We know that a whole lot of other causes need to be addressed, but this is the theme for this year. So if you have anything, please kind of come and speak on this theme.